Hi, Jacqueline here with Loving and Losing an Animal Companion. Today I want to talk about the fact that no two people grieve the same way. Everyone grieves and mourns differently. Nobody grieves alike. It's not good or bad. It's just different. Truly, some people have an enormous capacity for denial. That's true. Some people just can deny that they feel anything. And some people are not feelers. They're thinkers. Some people are very philosophical. They can just say, hey, shit happens, death's a part of life, and we just move on. That's certainly not my experience. It may or may not be yours. Grief and mourning has actually ended a lot of marriages because we just don't do it the same. Whether it's a man thing or a woman thing or just a person thing, we humans do not grieve the same way. Mourning is an extremely intimate and personal thing. So I want you to know that, because if you are living with someone who is not experiencing what you're going through, is not sharing it with you, they just may not be able to. It is your experience. Your relationship with your animal companion, your physical relationship with them, how you touched them and how engaged you are in the feeding and the walking and the playing and all of that, your physical relationship with them is different and unique. Your emotional connection with them is very personal to you. Nobody else shares that exact same emotional experience, that exact same bond in the heart that you do with that animal. Nobody. There might be other family members that love that animal, but not exactly the same way you do. Nobody but you is going to have the spiritual relationship with that animal companion that you do, because it's yours. And you can't even teach anybody that. It's not like you can inform them and they'll get it. It either is or it isn't. Throughout the years, I have been with other people who truly did love their animal, loved the animal that I was living with, the animal they were living with. They loved them too. And yet, sometimes I wasn't so sure, because they weren't weeping like I was. They weren't falling apart like I was. They weren't mad or sad the way I was. It takes a long time to learn that. It doesn't mean that they're not grieving. They're grieving in their own way. It's not my way. My way isn't their way. Your way is not going to be anybody else's way. No two people do it the same. And grief itself, if you don't already know, is a strange creature. It ebbs and flows. It's in our face one minute, and then it subsides, and then it's in our face again, and then it subsides, and then it kicks our ass again, and then it subsides, and then it hits us over the head, and then it subsides. We never know where it's going to be. Around what corner are we going to be slammed with it again? We might go days or weeks or months even, maybe even years, and feel like, I got it. I'm on top of this. I still feel sad, but I got it. And then boom, we can again turn a corner, truly in our car, drive around the corner and suddenly see a billboard or see an animal, or you have a memory, that floods in out of nowhere. And we're weeping again, or we're feeling guilty again, or we have questions again. So it's not like, oh, it goes like this and then it goes like that. No, it doesn't. It goes up and down and up and down. We never know where it's going to come from or in what way it's going to hit us. So grief is something we surf. Sometimes there's really high waves. Sometimes it takes us under. It's a process going through grief. And it is a myth that we get over it. We do not get over these kinds of losses. They don't go away. These kinds of extreme losses become integrated into us, into our psyche, into our soul, into the tapestry of our soul's lives. These losses and griefs that we go through, they weave themselves in our etheric bodies. We don't get over it. We move on. Hopefully we learn to thrive again and be happy again, but we don't get over it. Those animal beloveds that we've loved and those animal beloveds that we've had to say goodbye to, they're still a part of us. They're still connected to us. So embrace your own process. Embrace your own unique way of loving and losing, of grieving and mourning and healing. It is like no one else's in all the world. And it is your sacred experience. It is your own unique journey that some others might understand and have compassion for, like I do, but nobody else is going to share it exactly. Be compassionate with yourself. And if you can, be generous with the others in your life who may be, hopefully, processing their grief to the best of their ability. Breathe. And be kind to yourself. Namaste.